Hey everyone, Mike Tunez here, along with Ray Aguila and Steven Soler of Firelock Games, and we're here today to talk to you about our new dice rolling board game, Scurvy Dice. Scurvy Dice is a game where several pirate captains are racing across the ocean to collect treasures and battling each other along the way. The first person to get to the X on the map is going to be the winner. And that's the basic breakdown of Scurvy Dice. And I'll let Steve kind of break into some of the mechanics of how we're going to play.
All right. I think the best way if we just jump right into it.
I agree.
Let's. So we've got two basic things here. We've got the treasure dice and we've got our ship dice. Okay. Let's start with the first player. First player is going to be whoever was on a ship last. I was on a ship last week.
Which is super embarrassing because that's like my thing. Should have been me, but I haven't been out on the water for a while.
Yeah, I don't go into the ocean, so.
So I'm the Scurvy Dog, which makes you the first player. So Scurvy Dog is the one who sets us up for the treasure hunt every round. That means I'm just going to roll these treasure dice and let's see what we get. One Scurvy, so this is going to be a light round. Now, each one of these shows an amount of gold, and that's when we get to Parrot Island. The more gold, obviously the more points. We want to be the pirate with the most gold, right? Now, Scurvy, if you end up at the Parrot Island without any crew, then you have a chance to lose points. So make sure that you have crew.
Right.
Each of us are going to be represented by one of our ships here. So I'm going to be this one. Mike will be this one.
And I'll be that one.
This map is going to help us keep track of how many gold or points that we've scored at the end of each round.
Right.
For this game, we're going to do up to 5 points to have a quick round to show everyone how this game plays.
Typically it's 20.
Yeah, typically you'd go up to the X. So at the beginning of each treasure round, once you've set up your gold, you roll your ship so that you can make
your ship.
Your ship.
Starting with the Scurvy Dog, which is Steve.
So these guys can make their decisions based on what I do. Okay, so let's see. I've got a bunch of ships. I've got some crew. I've got some cannons. What decisions can you make? Well, whenever you roll your ship, you're allowed to re-roll as many dice as you want once. Okay? Right now, I like the look of all my dice. I'm not going to re-roll anything. Now, when you have ship, you can choose for them to be your sail or your hull. If you want them to be your sail, you keep them at the top of your ship. If you want them to be your hull, you put them at the bottom. The more sails you have, generally the faster you'll be going. The more hull you have, the more defensive you'll be, and the more treasure you can carry in the later rounds. So we'll explain what each dice does during each phase of the game as we go on, okay?
Right.
I'm allowed to keep one parrot. Normally they're sort of a wild, right? I can change it to anything I want, but you can keep one parrot on your ship to change it before phase 2, 3, or 4, which is the cannon boarding and loot phase.
Right, so now it's over to me. So I'm going to roll my dice. Okay, so let's see what I got. I got 2 parrots, that's handy. I've got 3 crew, and I've got 5 sail or ships. So, decisions. I'm gonna go with 3 sails, so I can beat Steve by 1, which will make me faster than him. Gotta make sure it all looks right. All right, and then 2 hull, and I didn't get any cannons, so I wanted some defense. So I'm gonna turn one of my parrots into a cannon, which I can do, and the other parrot I'll keep for later. So I can turn that parrot later into either a cannon or a crew.
All right, now it's my turn. I got 3 parrots this time, only 3 ships. Pretty well rounded.
Wow, that was a good roll. I think he's got loaded dice.
I'm personally going to change my speed here. I'm going to stock up on some crewmen and a hull and a parrot right over here.
So not a very fast ship.
So you keep your parrot in the hold of the ship? That's cruel.
Yeah.
It's animal cruelty. Give him in the rigging where he can fly around. Be free.
Okay, so now that we all have our ships, we move on to the cannon phase, where starting with the fastest ship, which is Mike.
Which is me.
He gets to choose who he's going to shoot his cannons at.
All right.
Since you only have one, you pick one of us and you roll it.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot at Ray, who's once again put his parrot below decks. Being a lover of animals, I'm not going to stand for this, so I'm going to go ahead and blow you away. Let's see what I got. Boom. So I roll this ship.
So a ship, you can either shoot his sails or his holes.
Right. I'm going to go with one of your holes to limit the amount of treasure you can carry. All right, so now this die that I just rolled basically is technically destroyed for the turn because I've already fired my guns. My shot and powder is spent.
Yeah, there's no need to use cannons, so we don't put them back on the ship.
Right.
Okay.
So now the fastest is tied between Steve and Ray.
Right. Since Ray and I are tied for fastest ship, what we do is we're going to pick up our sail dice and we're going to roll off. Whoever rolls the most ships is faster. I rolled 1.
And Ray got no ships.
Yep.
Ray got none. Well, we do use the sails again in later, so we put them back.
Yeah.
Now, I'll shoot my guns first. I'm going to shoot 1 at Ray and 1 at Mike.
Why don't we just all shoot Ray? Let's see. Let's let him get some scurvy, right?
We just want to film where
again.
Ray loses everything.
Yeah.
Ray, you'll lose 1 crew, and Mike, you will lose your speed. You're gonna come down to our speed.
This is fine. This is no step backs in my grand scheme.
Ray, go ahead, fire your cannons.
So
what do you want to show?
obviously I have been targeted. You know, I am a person of the people, so I will be targeting both Steve and Mike with my attacks. Mike, you're going to lose 1 speed, and Steve,
I'm going to lose a cannon.
Which he already spent. Which cannons have already fired.
I've already been shot.
So that is a miss.
Yep. Okay, so that completes the cannon phase. Steve, what do we do now?
All right, next up is the boarding phase. Now, the boarding phase is the phase where we get to try to catch up to other ships and jump onto them and attack them using our crew, right? So we don't have to board, okay? Boarding is really good when you want to steal treasure from another ship, but right now none of us have treasure.
Right.
But if we have a lot more crew than someone else, we might try to. So, but I'll run you through it anyways. So let's say I'm going to try to board Ray. It starts with the fastest ship, which is Ray and I. So we're going to roll off, actually, first. Go ahead.
Nothing.
2 ships, so again, I'm the fastest. At this point, I'm going to choose to turn my parrot into a crew, and I'm going to try to board Ray's ship.
All right.
All right?
I
So
will
again, we
also
roll these off.
Turn my parrot into a crew member.
Go ahead and pick up your sails, and we're going to roll off to see if I catch your ship.
He does.
Two
got it.
You can't roll
sure
sails for
do.
nothing.
And now, you've been boarded.
All right.
Next up, we're going to pick up all of our crew, and we're going to go into a melee battle. The melee battle is when we roll all these crew, we're going to show different sides of the dice, and they're going to amount to different points for battle.
Right. The ship is 0 points. The crew member is 1 point. The cannon is 2 points, and the parrot is 3 points.
Well, the way you've been rolling, Ray, you should do good here. But let's see. Now you may have saved up all the sails, though. So
If there is a tie, every person that participated in the melee battle loses 1 crew member.
That's right. Let's go.
So not bad.
So I have 3 points, and it's actually a tie. So
It's a tie.
we both lose 1.
So now, since I'm the attacker, I can choose whether or not I want to continue fighting you.
Are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared. I really only boarded you to show everyone at home what it's like to board. So I'm going to run away now, and we're going to continue on. So we put our surviving crew back on our ship.
And we carry on.
And we carry on. All right, next phase is phase 4. That's the loot phase. That's where we all get to Parrot Island. Parrot Island is holding all of this beautiful treasure. The fastest ship gets there first and gets to take their pick of the loot. But we have a problem.
Once again, we have
Again.
a tie.
Ray and I are tied for speed. This time, we're not going to roll off for speed. We're going to get there at the same time. We have to make some decisions. Do we want to fight it out, or do we want to settle this peacefully?
Well, I only have 1 whole space. You have 2, right?
Right?
And Mike also has 2 whole spaces.
Well, I'm not tied. I'm getting there after you guys.
Obviously.
I'm
but-
gonna roll up after you guys have either fought or negotiated and
So
take
what I could do is I could fight you and hopefully beat you to try to get that 3 dice. Or I can just let you take the 3 dice, and then I'll just take my 2 dice. What we didn't explain earlier is when we get to the Parrot Island, I get to take as much treasure as I have a combination of crew
That's right.
and hull.
Right.
Okay? So, since I have 2 crew and 3 hull, my pairs is I can take up to 2 treasure dice.
Right.
Well, Ray can only take 1, and Mike can take 2. So, what I think I'm going to do, Ray, is let you just take a treasure dice.
I was down to fight, but sure.
Well, we've already
take-
showed fighting.
I'll take the 3.
He's got yours, and now I roll up next. I get my 2.
And
then
I
it's up to
take-
Mike.
And now I'm last. I'll take the final 2, which gives me a total of 3.
And because we all had crew at Parrot Island, nobody grabs any scurvy. We're lucky there. Next up would be the refit phase. That only happens if there's treasure still on the island after we've done our looting. But since we've done all the looting, there's no more treasure left. We bury the treasure, we score, and then we start a new round.
Right. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So you've scored 4.
I've scored 4.
Which keeps him the Scurvy Dog, because the Scurvy Dog going forward now is the player who's got is highest on the board, basically who's buried the most gold. Followed by me and Ray, who are both tied at 3, so we're both going to move to the same spot over there. So Steve is 1 point away from winning.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's
right.
start over. Right, since I'm Scurvy Dog, I'm going to start our treasure hunt by rolling a dice.
Yep. Oh, and you wrecked all our ships.
Wow.
On purpose.
Sure.
So now there are 2 scurvy on the island, and there's only 1 3, and the rest are 1. We're going to have to really fight it out.
Yep.
Okay. I re-roll my whole ship because it is a new round. Let's see what I got here. What do I have here? Lots of ships, lots of ships. Some cannons.
Not bad.
And I'm going to turn this into a crew because I don't know how many
You might want some crew.
I'm going to re-roll some of my dice this time. I'm going to use that re-roll. I'm going to re-roll these 3.
I don't think we mentioned that. So you can re-roll 1 time some of your dice. As many dice as you want, right? If I remember correctly?
Yep.
Right.
Right.
Once per build, you can re-roll as many dice as you want from your first roll.
Got it.
And
You
then,
just don't care about speed at all. You just it just needs that
you know
one
what?
point.
I only need the 1 point, so I am just going to keep it like this. You know, I'm not even going to keep a parrot. That didn't really help me last round. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to build a nice sturdy ship. No parrot.
All right, here we go. Let's see. So I've got 2 parrots. I've got 4 crew. Wow. And I've got 4 hull. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll one of these crew to see if I can get a cannon. Yep, perfect. All right. So that'll give me 1, 2, 3 sails. I'm going to burn both my parrots as well, 'cause I don't think I'm going to need them. I got plenty of crew, so I'm going to do that. So that is my ship.
No parrots, no luck. Let's see what happens.
I've got 4 sails, 3 crews, 2 hull, and 1 cannon.
All right. Nice, nice. Seeing a lot of crew members on board.
Which you'll need.
Got 3 parrots here. You know what? I think I'm not going to carry any cannons at all this time. I think I'm going to switch all my parrots to be hull.
Just going for it.
I'm going for the gold.
Wow, look at that. Okay,
Fastest ship shoots first in the cannon phase.
that's me. I got 1 shot. I'm going to shoot you Scurvy Dog. And I will take out... I guess I'll take out your sail for what it's worth. Bring you down to 1. Not that
That's
it
not
matters.
nice, Michael. That's not nice.
So that was not a great cannon. I was hoping to hit his crew a little bit.
Okay.
So you've got 3 cannons, Steve. Well-armed ship you've got there.
It is a well-armed ship. All right, I'm going to shoot 1 cannon at Ray, and I'm going to shoot 2 cannons at you, Mike. Ooh,
Sail or hull? What'll it be?
darn. Okay, well, go ahead and take 1 to your hole.
Fair enough.
And Ray, lose a crew.
Wow.
Yikes.
That's not good for me. I'm not in a good place right now.
All right. So now, let's go ahead and do some boarding.
Yep.
I think you can use some scurvy, sir. Let's go ahead and try to board you
Okay, Mike's going to attempt to board me.
with my
And
4 sails.
That's probably going to happen. So I did roll 1.
Oh, cool. I got 3.
Wow. Okay.
So I gotcha. Let's do some fighting. All right. So you have 2 crew dice to my 3. That should give me an advantage, I hope. Ooh, that's not good.
It's a tie, so.
Oh,
It
it's
is a tie.
All right. So 2 to 1. Let's keep going.
To the man.
I got. Oh no!
Oh.
Ooh, so I lose
Patch with the
1.
most points.
Let's go. One more time. Oh, no. No. So
A
I've lost.
handy ship with a handy crew.
Indeed, indeed. So I've lost all my crew, which means now that when we get to Parrot Island, I will be taking Scurvy.
Yes, you will.
Yep. And see, I was in the back. Didn't want to engage at all.
Just chilling.
And now I'm going to swoop in. Collect my 3 tokens and be on my way.
I will take my 1 to cross the finish line.
But so will Ray, and with more points.
And so now that there are no...
And I got my scurvy. So I got to take all the scurvy, right?
Yep.
Right, because you're the only one without crew, you take all the
So I
scurvy.
go back
Otherwise,
1,
the
2.
scurvy would be split between everyone who doesn't have a crew.
And I go back a number of points equal to the amount of scurvy I get. So I'm all the way back over there. So that's
Because
pretty much going to end the game, right? Because you're going to now have 5, Steve. I'm sorry, that's you there. Yeah, that's Steve there. And Ray has how much? You're going to get 5. Wow.
yeah,
So
5
you're
as
going to
well.
go all the way to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to go all the way to 8. Since we're only playing to 5, Ray has more points. That makes him the winner.
That's exactly it.
Hey, easy game.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Ray.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Good win, sir. Good win. It was sleazy, but you know, it's very pirated.
Okay, so normally we'd have more time to battle it out, obviously, and I definitely would have beat Ray in the end, I think.
Well, I would have, but
No, I'm pretty sure I would have been. So, let's talk about the captains. So this is one way to play Scurvy Dice. This is the way we encourage everyone to play the first time. But we've also included named pirate captains that can join your crew and can give you special powers to make the game a little more
interesting.
Dynamic, interesting.
Add some replayability, especially too. So you can distribute these randomly or pick whatever you guys, whatever works.
So here's some artwork for the captains. Every captain has an ability on the backside.
Why don't you read us one of your favorites just to give an example?
Right. So this is Davy Jones right here, and his passive, his ability, is called the Cries of the Drowned. During the scoring phase, you may choose to move up 2 spaces for every 2 Scurvy Dice on the Island de la Muerta. So, if there was 2 Scurvy Dice still on play, and no one was able to claim them, he would be able to move up 2. And so, this is a power that benefits from the Scurvy Dice.
And all of them add just a nice little bonus here or there. It just adds it's a cool amount of little flavor twist that makes the game a little more interesting each time you play it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, thanks for watching our video of Scurvy Dice. When is this going to be out, Steve?
December. Early December. December 1st,
So
I think.
early December, just in time for Christmas. So check it out. It should be available to all your friendly local gaming stores and, of course, through firelockgames.com.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks again for watching, guys. And we look forward to hearing your stories of playing Scurvy Dice. One take Jake, baby.